So what's going on, my guy? Good to see you. Fidgets, what is up? Glad you're here. Ice type, hello. Good to see everybody. Thank you for coming on into the stream. This is going to be a little interesting one. I ran by Dunkin' Donuts on the way home. Shido, what's going on? And if you've ever heard me talk about Dunkin' Donuts before, you know I have an issue with how they make coffee. I specifically said large coffee, one cream, one sugar. And I got the coffee, and it's got the four creams, four sugars in it. So we might be getting a little wild tonight. This might get a little crazy, a little crazy. Yes, I did say hi to you and DJ Marks. Sometimes the microphone takes a second to start up. Sorry about that. No daylight. I did not pick up any donuts. I apologize. Dropping by to say hi, good luck. I'm going to bed. All right, have a great night, Ice Type. Most fun you can have with your pants on. That is the slogan of this channel. Twilight, what is going on? Good to see you, my friend. I appreciate you guys being here. I know there's a lot of incredible people streaming right now. I know there's a lot of people I personally would like to be hanging out in the streams, watching, but I need to be getting some shinies. I need to be getting some shinies. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. So I've been going after Centiskorch for a few months now. Sometimes on stream, a lot of times off stream. It's getting ridiculous. I don't know why it's taken so long. I'm hoping we can get it today. So if you will join me on this little journey, we're gonna try and get a Centiskorch tonight. I don't know why, it's like the most wanted shiny I currently don't have. Um, for some reason you get Discord messages like if I was pinged, I mean, I don't know what to say, I type. I don't know why they're not letting you into the Discord, but they're sending you the Discord messages. That's strange. I don't know what to say about that. So you're saying you would rather be somewhere else than here with all of us. I would rather be in a better streamer stream with all of you. Did I do a shiny dance? I do a certain kind of dance every day, shinies. Sometimes it brings luck, sometimes it just makes the grass grow. But there is always some sort of a dance. All right, let's get started. I'm turning on the music. Let's get into this hunt. All right, I want a Centiskorch, but I would also be happy with a Girder or a Archon. So we'll be checking those too. And I don't know why it's getting a little choppy on my end. I don't know if it's choppy on your end. You found some donuts. Great daylight. Glad to hear that. I also did not put my Flashfire Pokemon in the front, so let's take care of that. It's not your Discord. Yeah, I know it's not my Discord. I don't know what to tell you about it since it isn't my Discord. It's Discord itself. I don't know what to say. Not really anything I can do about that. It's Bully and I just want to say, hey, Shinies, I appreciate you. I hope you get a turkey. Hope you bowl a turkey. And can we please drop a Shinies link in the chat? This guy is genuinely one of my favorite streamers. His personality is absolutely incredible. We like all of the same things, including me. And I know he's going to blow up. He has everything he needs to become a huge streamer, except the audience. We need to get the audience there. So can we please drop a Shinies link? I'd like to try and help get him to 500 this week. So if you aren't already subbed to Shinies, if you like me, you're going to love Shinies. Just absolutely stellar, incredible person. You're hunting Braviary. All right, Daylight. Let's get that Braviary. You already subbed to him? Good man. Good man. Thank you, Film. Thank you. Walmart hefty. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I got plans for us, Shinies. I got plans for us. Even if I sometimes forget what those plans are, I know I do have plans. I had the most brilliant idea a few days ago about a collab that Shinies and I could do. And I'll speak a little business talk here and say that him and I have discussed in the past about doing a collab. And I had this brilliant idea, absolutely brilliant idea. Not only was it a fun stream, but it's perfect for his and my personalities. You could not think of a better stream that him and I could do together. And then I just completely forgot what it was. You might be a film, you might be, and I appreciate you being here. But also, don't feel like you have to be here. If you got something that you need to attend to as the stream goes on film, don't you dare put me as a priority. If you got stuff you gotta do, you go do stuff. I'm a big boy, and if I have to mod the chat by myself, I can do that. But I appreciate you being here, my friend. So how is everyone's week going so far? It is Terrific Tuesday. How is your Marvelous Monday? All right, nothing's there. Are so awesome. You are awesome as well, Fidgets. You are definitely awesome as well. You may have noticed, for those of you that have been around for a while, I added a new song at the beginning of the playlist because I wanted a little bit more of a buffer. I really want to start ending the stream with that countdown song. So I threw another 4-minute song on the beginning, hoping that would get us to the mark. Is that the FT517? Is that the Zen Bob? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. No, bro, I love being here gratefully. I don't have anything I need to do, at least. All right, well, I appreciate that, man. I always appreciate you being here. I'm just saying, if something does happen to come up, just because you're the only mod here, don't feel like you got to ignore real life responsibilities. That's all. Wingwall, what's going on? Good to see you. You had some ice cream and you're as good as gold. Daylight, you are always as good as gold. And I gotta be honest, you're really starting to intimidate the crap out of me, Daylight. I thought I was pretty decent with shiny hunting. Not the best, not the most fancy, not the most exciting, but I thought I was decent. And then you started getting like 100 shinies a day. And now I have to bow down to you. You are my queen. Magical Bear is here. What's going on, Magical Bear? You know what that means when Magical Bear is here. Hugs for Magical Bear. How you doing, Magical Bear? I'm serious, Daylight. I literally wake up in the morning, check the Discord, and I see at least 1 or 2 shinies you got overnight. It's crazy. You need to teach me your secrets. You're doing all right, Bear? That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. It's good to see you, my friend. Film, I do know what you're going to ask. As of today, we are at 8,300 checks for the type null. 8,300 checks. We went over double odds today and did another 108 on top of that. Except for Solgaleo, all of my hunts right now are over odds. At least it's not Arceus. Oh, my Arceus hunt's over odds too. Not as bad as Chem, I'll admit that. I'm about half of where Chem's at, but Chem's about to hit 3 times odds, so still not good. The Galarian Fossil hunt, combined, Razzie and I right now are at 10,520. Again, not as bad as Ken with the Arceus, but not too far behind. Um, and then off stream, just in my free time, I've been going for the Centiskorch for the last couple weeks. I've been going for the Lileep. I've been going for the Slowpoke. I've been dual hunting the Slowpoke. I had both the Switch and the Switch Lite out for a few hours this weekend. Nothing. Um, yeah, like seriously, that giveaway Eternatus on Sunday that I got was the first shiny I've gotten in a week, and I know that may not sound terrible. I know I don't want to sound ungrateful. I know a lot of people would be happy to get one shiny a week, but this is overall the largest drought I've had in quite some time. I usually get minimum 2 to 3 a week, and that Rowlet, which was the last one we got, was also my first one in like a week before that. So I know, poor me sitting here with my 834 unique shiny Pokemon out of the Pokedex. But it's real, and you can talk to Mantine Mad about it. Mantine Mad actually has more of the living dex done than I do, and he'll say the same thing. He was in here saying this weekend, the closer you get to finishing it, the harder it is to get more shinies, because you don't really have a lot of choice. Like, I could randomly run into Pokemon all day long, but if there's only like one that I'm going for, the chances are I'm actually going to end up getting a duplicate. Shiny Chandelure is a lot better than I thought it was. Chandelure is a good one. This one is not shiny. I'm not saying that's what you were saying, but this one's just a regular one. But yeah, the shiny one with the red flame looks really good. Villy's here. What's going on, Vilify? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you are having a good day. Hope school is going well. Maybe you need to poke it harder. Maybe I do, Cheese. That's a good point. I had not tried that. Okay, yeah, you were in Rising Stream. Yes. No, it looks really good. And I am very excited about Community Day in October. I really like the shiny Litwick line. I got a shiny Lampent in X and Y's Friend Safari, and then I got a second one and evolved that. And then last year, right around Halloween, I myself did a Masuda hunt for the Litwick. And I think all three of them are amazing. Lampent's probably the weakest of the three, but I love Litwick and Chandelure. So Hefty, piggybacking off a convo and Chemstream, are your eyes that bad, by the way? Yes, they are, Cheese. I honestly don't remember what my glasses prescription is, but my contacts prescription, if you're familiar with those, my left eye is a -9 and my right eye is a -8.5, which is pretty bad. McDazzy, what's going on, McDazzy? Good to see you here. Not having the best day today, honestly. Anxiety got the better of me, and I couldn't. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Billy. I hope has it gotten better? Has the day gotten better, or are you still in downtown? Fernando is here. What's going on, Fernando? Good to see you, and thank you for popping on in. I love that. Fernando pops in, and Daylight immediately drops a food command. That's perfect. But yeah, McDazzy, good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well. One of the hardest working mods in the business, McDazzy is. Need to go get that. Talking to me, need to get my eyes checked. Now, my eyes are checked. My eyes are checked. I so rarely wear my glasses that I don't really pay attention to the prescription, because I'll get an updated prescription, I'll get the new lenses, and boom, that's done. Whereas I got to reorder the contacts every 6 months, so I'm really familiar with that prescription. Still downtown, just kind of gave them decided to take. Nothing wrong with that, Billy. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the best thing you can do when you're having a bad day is to just go to bed and try and make the next day better. I wonder if you can summon Razzie. That'll be a little difficult. That would be really cool. I would be very impressed if you could, but that'll probably be a little difficult right now. My brother, mi hermano Razzie, is streaming right now, doing a great job, hatching some eggs. Started off early with a shiny Litwick. He's killing it over there, especially now that he's got the memberships. Oh my goodness. And like everyone is just gifting memberships like crazy over there. If you want a membership to Razzie's stream, just pop in there for a few minutes. You'll probably end up getting one. Eating potato chips. What kind of potato chips, Daylight? And I hope you don't mind if I keep calling you Daylight. I know that was like 3 names ago. I just thought about that time when someone's live chat was saying how Razzie was like Beetlejuice. Very true. Very true film. And Billy, I don't mean to be nosy or intrude or what have you, but if you ever want to talk on Discord, man, just that's not a problem. Just DM me. But only if you want to. Don't feel like you have to. Sleeving your cards right now, Fernando. You have been killing it with the card game lately. But like I said earlier, just make sure as you take on this new adventure in your life with the card game, make sure you don't end up having to dip into your food budget. I don't think that would be good for you. Sour cream chips. Okay, sour cream chips are pretty good. Those have grown on me over the years. I'm typically like a plain potato chip guy. I know it's very boring. But over the last several years, I started to appreciate the sour cream and the salt and vinegar. Like, it's not something that I go out of my way to buy, but I found like at a party or something and they have sour cream or salt and vinegar, I'll dig in. I'd rather have a food budget than a card budget. Good man, good man. Yeah, I have to be honest. I've talked before in the past about how I've never really gotten into the cards. You guys know by now that back in 99, 2000, when Pokemon hype was going across the world, I picked up some cards, and that was it. That's all I ever had. But I did end up getting the McDonald's set that just came out this year, like the last couple months, and I did buy that booster bundle, and I really enjoyed that. But like that was like fine with me because it's like okay with the McDonald's cards, there's only 15, and I'm getting some food with it, I'm getting some apple slices, getting some milk, which is good for me. It's like healthy, so it's like healthy for me to get the cards. Um, and the booster bundle was $15 for what was it 40 times 120 cards. Like that's really cheap. And I thought, okay, well, I'm fine doing that type of stuff. But then I was in GameStop on Sunday. I was in GameStop on Sunday to get my Eternatus gift card and to pre-order Scarlet and Violet. And right next to the front counter, they had all these displays of all these Pokemon cards. And I sat there for a couple minutes. I sat there for a couple minutes and looked at all those cards. And thankfully, I had the self-control to say, "No, Hefty, we're not getting started on that." From someone who collects cards as well, the expensive don't impulse buy. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But as long as they keep doing sets like the booster bundle or the McDonald's cards, I'd be fine with that. I can justify that to myself. Of course, Billy. Of course, anytime, my friend. You have been a very close friend of mine the past, what? Gosh, almost a year now? I think it's getting close to a year. So I'm always here for you if you need anything. I don't know what I can do, but the hand is always extended. Oh, and Daylight's willing to donate some money to Fernando. That's nice. Daylight's so generous. Just keep her full of ice cream and she will give you money. You know, actually doing this hunt on stream with a counter and seeing how quickly the numbers are going up, that's good. That's good that we're able to get through encounters pretty fast, but also it makes me really sick to my stomach with how many encounters that means I have done off stream. Um, the last stream I can remember being in ever of yours was Slowpoke. What? You mean the first stream? The first stream would make sense, but you were in my stream on Sunday and on Saturday. On a real note, I have to admit, last month's commission has entirely turned to cards. Um, as long as you're doing all right, Fernando, as long as you're paying your bills, as long as you got food in your belly, as long as you can buy gas, I am the last person to judge on that. Yeah, first. Okay, yeah, that was a good first stream to be in on Film Master. No, that was towards the beginning. That was actually really towards the beginning. That was, I don't know when in the hunt you showed up, but after I did a few streams, like 3 or 4 streams before I moved, and then after I moved, I did an Arceus stream looking for Unknown, and then I think the next stream was when I started the Slowpoke hunt. So that was really early on, not necessarily with the channel, but early on with the streaming. Bills paid, food in the fridge, nice, nice. That's what matters. Daylight is one person who truly understands my love for ice cream. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And Ron, welcome on in. The Unknown Stream, that was your first one, Zen. I didn't realize that. Yeah, when I failed a shiny. I still have no idea what shiny I failed. I still don't know if it mattered or not. I've gone back to that footage so many times and I just cannot make out in the footage which Unknown it was. So I don't know if it was a duplicate and therefore I don't care, or if it was one I needed and therefore I'm sad. So I just try not to think about it. But Ron, how you doing, my friend? How has your week been so far? Life treating you well? Have you guys ever been to the circus? You ever been to the circus and you see like one of them big tops, like the big tents, right? And they're huge. Like they can fit hundreds of people in there, plus like lions and elephants and clowns and jugglers and tightrope walkers. There's so much stuff they can fit into those circus tents, and they have all these poles going around it, right? So like keep up the front so that people can walk through and everything, and so it's not drooping down. But in the middle, there's this giant pole that goes up to the sky to keep the whole tent up high, make sure that everything can be done to provide stability to the entire tent and all the fun that is contained within. Ron G is that middle tent pole. This channel would fall apart if we didn't have Ron keeping us up. You mean Walmart in Alabama? Exactly. Same thing. Same thing. It's been a great time ever since, even with the amount of crap I give you. That is the nicest thing that you've ever said to me, Zen. Thank you so much. I love you, buddy. I do. I love you. You're lacking in flying shiny or shiny flying shiny types. Shiny flying types. Well, you should get some. Do you have a Rookidee? Do you have the Corviknight line? Do you have an Arkin? Because you could hunt for an Arkin and get it before me and make me cry. I don't know if that's something that you'd be into. In Alabama, they call that Bertha's pole. Nice. Amber's here. What is going on, Amber? Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. Amber with the fixed PC. Galarian Slowpoke Hunt Day 3. Ah, that was a good one. That was the last one before we got it. When I was starting to get... Honestly, I was starting to get a little nervous. Yeah, Rookidee and Corviknight. Okay. Yeah, you can go for an Arkin. You can go for... well, I know you got a Tranquil the other day. Do you have the Talonflame line? The Fletchlinger Talonflame? Those are good shinies. You could do... You have Hoot Hoot and Knockdown. Those are good ones. So Amber, have you been just like super excited and happy all day long, like I would imagine? Have you just been like dancing around the house all day? Yeah, Noctowl. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. That was also the first shiny Pokemon ever shown in the show. That's right. You do have the four shiny Noctowls. That's right. I remember that film. You were killing those radar hunts. I'm gonna sort out my shiny flying types. Sounds good. Sounds good. I can't believe how fast this hunt is going. I must have done thousands of checks on Centiskorch if it's going this fast. You can clean all day, but yes. Oh yeah, doing the dance and cleaning. I've done that. Brooke is here. What's going on, Brooke, my dear? How are you feeling? Hope you're doing well. Hope your afternoon has been good. Amber. Brooke, I have a question for you for absolutely no reason whatsoever. If you had to identify yourself with a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you identify yourself with? You're drenched in sweat because you're stubborn and want to cut the grass. Congratulations, Brooke, on being a responsible adult. Good job. Yeah, exactly, film. Exactly. If you got to start sorting your shinies, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. That means you got a lot of shinies, and Daylight definitely has a lot of shinies. Mimikyu. I knew that. I knew that. That's right. Yeah, you and Razzie. You and Razzie were the Mimikyus. That was early on in my Gauge experience. There was a big thing going on in the spring about wanting him to hunt shiny Mimikyu, which he was refusing to do for a long time, but he ended up doing it. And if it was female, it was going to be named Brooke, and if it was male, it was going to be named Razzie. I do remember that now. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you for letting me know. What about you, Film? We're just having a nice little conversation here. It doesn't have to do with anything. Film, if you had to identify yourself with a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you identify yourself with? Is it a hard one? Cheese. Yeah, no rush, no rush. Just with them, just answer within like the next 5 minutes, but no rush. And Sax is here. What's going on, Sax? Good to see you. Oh yeah, Fernando. I already know what you would pick. I already know what Sax would pick. I already know what Ari would pick. I already know what Lo would pick. I know what. Actually, I don't know if I know what Ron would pick. Ron, I was joking because of the owl and said Rowlet, but um, is that right, or would you be somebody else? I guess it could be like Noctowl too. Yeah, sure to call. Yours is pretty obvious, as is like mine. I'm sure you guys can figure out what mine is. Lucky Emo, you are never late. You were here right when you were supposed to be. Thank you for being here. Did we type Null? Okay. Okay, good one. Daylight's back. How'd you make out with the sorting of the shinies? Short break before getting the front yard because he's yeah. I've had to do that, Brooke. I've had to. I don't even have that big of a yard, but this summer's been so freaking hot that there have been a couple times where like halfway or 2/3 of the way through, I'm just like, screw it. I gotta go inside and lie down for a little bit. You have 15 shiny flying types. Nice. Entei, because you're legendary and you'd love to have a flowing mane. That makes perfect sense. Often when I see Entei, I think of you. Southern weather is rural. Yeah, and I'm in the Northeast, and if it's bad up here, I can't imagine what it's been like down there. I guess I can kind of, because my parents are in the South, but I believe you're further south than they are. I don't know. I'm gonna check a map on that. One unexpected side effect of getting involved in the YouTube Pokemon community is I've learned a lot more about geography than I thought I knew a lot about geography, and I'm learning how little I know about geography. Like, it wasn't until getting to know Gage that I realized that Nebraska and Pennsylvania are like on the same parallel. Like, we're like the same amount north or south or however you want to look at it. And like, I know where Nebraska is, I know what states are around it. I just never thought of it in comparison to like where I live. I didn't realize that, basically the same we're the same parallel. I thought Nebraska was further south than Pennsylvania. It's late. You have school tomorrow, nearly tomorrow. Oh my goodness, Lucky Emo. Well, make sure you get plenty of sleep. I don't want you to be falling asleep in class tomorrow. 88 to 93 every day, 90 to 96% humidity. Yeah, that's Florida, all right. That is definitely Florida. Whenever I'm out, I always wear a mask. I got his shiny super early. Plus, he looks cool. Especially nice. Yep. No, those are all fair points, Phil. Those are all fair points. But not to nitpick. It's not that you got his shiny super early. It's you got both shinies, both of his shinies super early. Cookie's here. What's going on, Cookie? Oh, I love me some Cookie Eater. It's been an absolute honor getting to know Cookie Eater more lately. So we've been going 35 minutes. I did my usual like 5 minutes of rambling at the beginning, and we're about to hit 75 encounters. So I think we're averaging about 75 encounters every half hour, which is a lot. You want chocolate so bad? Go get some. I give you permission. Go get some, Amber. Halloween Christmas tree soon. Oh, I can't wait to see what you do with that, Brooke. That's gonna look amazing, I bet. Midnight snack, what you having? What you having, Lucky Emo? Way down south of Louisiana, that's right. How many times a day, Brooke, do you hear Johnny Be Good down in Louisiana? Is that song like on repeat, like nonstop throughout the city? How do I like my steak? Medium rare, Shiny Umbreon. And welcome on in, my good friend. How are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Can we get some love in the chat for Shining Umbreon? Incredible YouTuber. I don't know. He must have gotten lost. I don't know how he ended up on this rinky-dink little stream. But let's all say hi to Tyler. He doesn't have a lot of friends. He needs to feel loved. Oops. Woke up from a nappy nap. Nice. Long day at work. That happens to me sometimes. Like I'll get home from work after a long day. I'll sit on the couch. I'll put on like Shining Umbreon stream, and next thing I know, I'm like waking up 2 hours later. I'm not a steak fan, eh, Film? Yeah, I do like myself a good medium rare steak. Steak and tots. I know how you like the tots, Big Cheese. You're infamous for liking tots. Yeah, work's been a little stressful lately, but it's all good. Yeah, I hear that. That's the fun part about being an adult, right? I hope you're as lucky and as fortunate as I am that it's a very rare occasion that you have to take work home with you. I hope you're able to leave it all at the office at the end of the day for the most part. All right, Brooke, go finish cutting that yard. And when you're done, come on over here because I didn't finish the other day either. To be honest, there's still like a mohawk strip in the backyard that has to get done. Work for me is physically stressful. Yeah, I thankfully for me and my body type, my work is not physically demanding. I do that all the time. Don't worry about it. My least favorite shiny Pokemon. That's a good question. No, I do know it. I do know it. I've talked about it before. My least favorite shiny Pokemon is shiny Banette, specifically from Gens 6 on. It used to look better, but here's the thing. Shiny Banette has the same issue that shiny Gengar does. However, Gengar is actually a pretty good Pokemon. Banette is meh at best. So to take a meh Pokemon and give it a meh shiny, that's my least favorite. Lunala, what's going on? Welcome on in, my friend. Punk Rock Yard, that's right, Brooke. I do need to touch that up though. I was going to yesterday, but it rained. Uh, well, do you guys know that Hefty? I used to. I'm not sure if I would say rock hard, but they were at least like gym mat hard. A little bit of give, but stable. And then COVID happened, and then I haven't been back to the gym really. I never got back into the routine, which I need to do, and I keep saying I need to do, but then I don't because I stream instead. A lot of people might come after me. I don't care. I don't like Roserade Shiny, and that is perfectly fine, Lucky Emo. You will never get any grief for your personal opinions in this chat. This is a safe place when it comes to that, because everyone likes what they like, everyone doesn't like what they don't like. As protect with a nice layer of fat, yeah, that's where I'm getting to. I'm trying to build up that wall. So, Tyler, I know the night did not end well for you with cast form. Have you gone back to it at all? Have you started any other hunts? I mean, I know you had a busy day at work, so I'm sure you didn't get a lot of time to do that there. But you have pictures of these so-called ads. My DMs are open. Don't really know how I want to answer that right now. We're not out of shape, just well insulated. Exactly. You're doing okay? I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Lunala. I am hoping that we do find a shiny tonight. I am, and I think Tyler will understand this. I don't know how long Tyler's been lurking. I don't know if you heard me talk about this before, but not counting the Eternatus, I haven't gotten a shiny for the living deck. Actually, I haven't gotten any shiny, even a duplicate, since last Sunday's Rowlet. And before that Rowlet, I hadn't gotten a new shiny in over a week. I did get 2 dupes. I got the Whiscash and the Cacturn. So, as a shiny hunter, I am actually starting to stress about it. This is probably one of the longest droughts I've ever had. I didn't touch the Switch since last stream. You're hunting cast form tomorrow. Nice. I look forward to seeing that. And more power to you. I all the respect in the world. I know I talked about this recently. Fernando successfully chained Porygon in Trophy Garden. I could not imagine doing 5% hunts. I've tried it a little bit ever since I talked to you about Cacnea, because Cacnea is a 5% on 228, and it's so frustrating. Not just the chain breaking, but then when the chain breaks, having to spend 10-15 minutes trying to get another Cacnea to restart the chain. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, Brooke. Well, I think she might be cutting the grass right now. But if she's listening, when you come back, Brooke, let us know what's going on for dinner. Maybe the Pokemon with the ability thick fat know what they're doing. Exactly. That film. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. If Tyler and I were Pokemon, our abilities right now would be thick fat. You got Eevee to a chain of 40. That's awesome. That's fantastic. And I can't thank you enough, Tyler. I feel so stupid about it. I usually try to be well informed with shiny hunting. I like to do all the research. I've talked about all the different spreadsheets and formulas and everything that I have going on with my shiny hunting. And I cannot believe last year when I was laying out all the Poke Radar hunts I had to do, I somehow completely overlooked Cacnea. It's been sitting there undone for a year now, almost. And I've been wanting to get it and lamenting there wasn't any good method to get it with. I was quite embarrassed by that, but I'm so happy that you said something. I came to stop by. I'd love to stay longer, but family stuff is coming up now. No problem, Lunala. No problem. Of course, go spend time with your family. That's what's important. I wish you could hunt radar Burmy. Seriously, Tyler. It frustrates me to no end that Burmy, Of all Pokemon, Burmy, there's not really any good method to hunt. You can Pokeradar it in Gen 6, but I am horrendous at Gen 6 Pokeradar. But I know that's what I'm going to have to end up doing, because I have to get 4 Burmy, and 3 of them have to be female, so I gotta cute charm it. So Masuda isn't going to work for me. I mean, I guess I can Masuda 1 and hope that it happens to be female, then I only need to get 2 female, and the third one doesn't matter. But of all Pokemon, Burmy. Burmy, Wormadam, the Fossils, and Arceus are the only Gen 4 Pokemon I have left. Yeah, I could PLA trees, but that's full odds. That's full odds. That's not very efficient at all. I mean, I could get Shiny Burmy in any game that Burmy's in, but the most efficient way to do it is going to be the Gen 6 Pokeradar. Think there are any I'm sure there's one. There's probably one Burmy fan, probably works for Game Freak, and that's it. Yeah, I can Film, I can Masuda it in either Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, or in Gen 7. Well, like I was saying, I'm going to need 3 females, because only the females evolve into Wormadam, and there's 3 forms of Wormadam. There's the Grass Cloak, the Trash Cloak, and the Sand Cloak. So I'm going to need all 3. And with Masuda hunting, there's nothing you can do to influence the gender. And I believe, actually, I don't know, what are the gender chances for Burmy? Isn't even 50-50? I feel like it isn't. I feel like it's not a 50-50 chance for Burmy to be male or female. But so anyway, so I could Masuda it, and I could certainly do that for 1, but I'd be running the risk of getting extra Burmies I don't need, because I might hatch a whole bunch of males and not any females. It might be in favor of the female. If that's the case, then it might be worth taking the risk with Masuda, actually. But then here's the thing, even if I Masuda it, do I Masuda it in BDSP? Oh, it is 50-50? I could get a lot of Mothams. That's true. I don't need any though. 50.2 male, 49.8 female, really? I didn't know there were any Pokemon that broke down the odds that way. So even if I do Masuda it, do I Masuda it in BDSP, which is infamous for taking forever to hatch eggs? Or do I Masuda it in Gen 7, which doesn't give you the sparkles when the egg hatches, and Burmy is a trash shiny? It's just the little, whatever you call it, little coil on the top of its head turns from black to dark blue. I already went through that with Timpole. I never want to do that again. Having to hatch all the Timpole eggs and then going into the menu and then check each hatched egg individually to make sure it was not shiny. Ugh, that took so much time. BDSP, yeah, but then I got a 50-50 chance of getting the male, and I'm going to need 3 out of 4 be females. So that's a 50% times 50% times 50%. That's a 12.5% chance that I would get 3 females without any dupes. That's an 87.5% chance that I would get a male, and 1 of them wouldn't matter. That's true, but I would need 3 out of 4 be female. Still looking for Misdreavus. So you're still in Eterna Forest. So you're still technically on that hunt, Fernando. You're still technically on that hunt in which you got the Baneri. Baneri was a phase. Jeez, I didn't realize that, man. Yeah, Fernando, I wish you all the luck. I hope you're hunting soon too. Quick math. I mean, I'm decent. I'm decent. I work with numbers at my job a lot with what I do. So I know some math. I know some math. Chem Nation likes to tell me I don't. I love Chem to death. Chem is a wonderful person. He's been a mentor to me. He's been so supportive of me and my channel. I am honored to actually call him a friend. But sometimes when he questions my math, I roll my eyes. I'm like, come on, man. I know you're a smart guy, but I know what I'm talking about too. One hefty plus one cookie equals happiness. That is very true. Chem exposed you to danger. I don't remember that. What did he say? You know what? I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember Fernando, him teasing you about something, but now I can't remember what it was. And Cam, if you're out there lurking, if you're out there listening, you know it's all in fun. I love you. Uh, Corrected you on the right set, Zapdos and the Kanto were. That's right. I do remember that now. I was kind of following along with that, but not really because again, I'm not that big into the card set. But I could tell that he corrected you on something. Don't no 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 no. Don't even start with that. Don't even start with that, cheese. I love how that was brought up like just coincident. Is coincidentally the right word? It was brought up naturally. It wasn't prompted, but that conversation got brought up again, and like all the mods and half of the regulars just started typing, "Oh no, not this again." We knew where that was going. Yeah, exactly. Fernando, thank you, and thank you for the reminder. I am horrible at this. I'm horrible about promoting myself. If there's anybody out there that maybe new, maybe just randomly found this channel and want to check it out, see what was going on, and you like what you see, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate if you hit that sub button. We're trying to grow the channel. We're on the road to 1K now. I'm not sure if we're going to hit it by the time Scarlet and Violet comes out, but that's what we're going to try and aim for. But we're not going to be too upset if it doesn't happen. But yeah, anything to support, a like, a sub would be very much appreciated. And if you're out there lurking and maybe you did hit the sub button and maybe your settings are set to private subs, uh, if you'd like to, just let me know that you're a new sub. I'd be happy. I'd really like it actually to be able to thank you in person. I don't have my YouTube studios open in front of me. I took that. I totally stole that from Shiny Umbreon. I thought it was a fantastic idea. So I have no idea how many likes we have. I have no idea how many people are watching. So if you're new here, just give me a shout out. Let me know. I'd love to thank you. Speaking of lurking, Amber D, would you happen to still be lurking out there? Stream spawns at night, so you have to wait for it all day. So you don't change your time either. You're a non-time changer, Fernando. Ah, during the day you hunt Pachirisu. Nice, nice. So you're being efficient, Fernando. You got multiple hunts going on depending on what's available at the time. Good job. Pachirisu is a great shiny. So, Fernando, remind me, and I almost said, are these full odds hunts? But then I remembered, hey, idiot, all Pokemon hunting in BDSP is full odds except for Masuda. Are you like still playing through the game, or have you beat the game? Uh, I ask because I think it's interesting, but I'm curious as to why you're doing a regular hunt for Pachirisu versus doing a Pokerita hunt. Cheez-Its are available in Canada. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. You have one badge. So are you doing it just for the fun of it, or are you doing like a shiny badge quest? But you live in the USA. Oh, cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Sushi rolls. Nice. What kind of sushi, Fernando? I talked the other day about getting sushi. I didn't end up doing that, but I need to soon. I love sushi. Sushi and sashimi. I remember one time my best friend and I went to this hibachi steakhouse that also does sushi here in town. And everyone else was getting the hibachi. And I like hibachi, don't get me wrong, but I love sushi. And my friend does too. And we were looking at the menu, we couldn't decide what to get. And we also have this thing where, like, we don't get full from sushi. Like, we can just keep eating sushi, like, forever. And they had this love boat for two. And it was like this giant wooden ship that they placed all the sushi on. I mean, it must have been like 10 rolls. And then, like, lots of different pieces of sashimi, like, ton of sashimi. And so him and I got the love boat for two, and we split it. We got some funny looks from the waiter, but that was okay. It was worth the funny looks. Eel, cucumber, spicy salmon, shrimp avocado, and two rolls of sushi. Oh, Fernando, that sounds amazing. Das boat, yeah, yeah. What are badge hunts? So the shiny badge quests that I'm used to, and I'm not sure if there's variations on this, but the ones I'm used to are like what Gage Perez is doing right now, where like you do like the regular game, but before you beat the gym, you have to get a shiny. So like you get a shiny, then you beat the gym, then you have to get another shiny before you can go beat the next gym. So that hypothetically, by the end of it, you would have well, depending on whether or not you count your starter as one, you have either 8 or 9 shinies by the time you got to the Elite Four. What is sashimi? Is it like Walmart sushi? No. So sushi is whatever it happens to be, traditionally some sort of raw fish, wrapped up in rice and seaweed into the roll. And then sashimi is just a slice of raw fish. Sometimes it can be on a little bed of rice, sometimes it's not, but it's whereas with a sushi roll, the fish is part, it's like an ingredient in the sushi roll. With sashimi, it's just the fish. Making some curry and ramen with onigiri tonight. Ooh, that sounds good. So why do they call it? Well, because it's Japanese. Because it's not an English thing. And it I think it also has to do with how it's prepared or how it's served. Pod Couture, welcome on in, or Cade Couture. Let me know how to pronounce it. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Sashimi is more popular with fresh catches that day. The sushi chef will fillet the fish and serve it. Yeah, fish is fish. That is true. I'm not going to argue with that film. You're right. Fish is fish. Actually, Fernando, that's what I'd like to do. During our eventual bucket list feed up, we're going to do sushi. We're going to go to some Japanese place and we're just going to eat like all the sushi and sashimi they have. Breeds of fish based off the quality of the meat. Very true. Very true. I mean, that's true for all meat, right? I think Ron is still lurking, and Brooke might be lurking as well as she mows the lawn film. And Sax was in here a little bit ago. I don't know if he's still here or not. Making a table for three. Nice. We got Ron in. Shirtagal is lurking. Thank you for the lurks. Thank you for everybody who might be lurking right now. I appreciate it. Sushi grade is very different from Walmart package stuff. Yes, yes. And if there's one piece of advice I can give the chat, if there's one thing I could ever tell you that you take to heart and don't forget for the rest of your life, one little nugget that years from now, when you're faced with this predicament, my words will come back to you. Never buy sushi from a gas station. In the overworld, click the right joystick. Okay, what you wanted me to have a little bit of a higher viewpoint? What's going on, Ken? Good to see you. How was your afternoon? Did you punch all the stuffing out of the pillows? Never gas station sushi. Yeah, never do it. Never do it. Yeah, that's a good point, Cam. I didn't think about that. Especially since the Centiskorches like to hide in the grass. Not all the stuffing. Okay, so there's still a couple pillows left. Good. I hit 8,300 by the end of the day, by the way, Cam, on the type null. So, I mean, I did get 300 checks in today, which I was pleased about because it was a fairly busy day. I still got 300 checks in. But, yeah, it's starting to get annoying. Dark Litten's lurking. What's going on, Dark Litten? I know you sympathize, but I do genuinely feel bad complaining about my long hunts to you right now. Too bad Razzie is streaming. I hope he feels the need to dance for the next few minutes and not know why. He loves this song. What's going on, Dark Litten? How you doing? Might try Type Null in the evenings, do an hour. I mean, it is a fast hunt. I can't talk. Um, it's been a few weeks since you've done DS hunts. It's been a few weeks since you did Palkia, but you know how fast those checks are. Um, Type Null is a little bit longer because there is like 2 frames of dialogue you have to go through before the check happens. But I mean, it is compared to Arceus, you're gonna feel like you're flying. Uh, Iki Town soundtrack is an absolute banger. I'm not sure if I know that one. You've been blowing up Razzy's DMs the last 3 days with TCG questions and picks. Nice, good. Keep them busy. Feel free to do that tomorrow between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Still 2.5 minutes, pretty good, but I do 2 checks per minute on Arc. Yes, that is true. That is true. You would be going from one system or from 2 systems to 1 system. That's a good point. I don't know. Maybe you'll hate it then. Maybe you'll think it's as bad. Shiny Ash Hat Pikachu would be cool too. So remind me, is it the Ash Hat Pikachu, or is it the Surfing Pikachu? That's the one that you can get shiny, but it actually doesn't change the sprite. That they coded it wrong, and even though it gets the star and everything, the sprite itself doesn't change to shiny. Okay, the Ash Hat. Okay, Ash Hat. Did I see the shiny that Bear got? I don't think I did I? Oh, Bear got a shiny deer. Yo, Bear! Magical Bear, I don't know if you're still here, but congratulations on the Virizion. We're getting raided. We got a Z raid going on. What's going on, Mike? What's up, Devious? Welcome on in, guys. We got Zed Games himself, and we got Dragon Dance. What is going on, guys? Cynical Cyan. What is going on? Good to see everybody. Zach, how was the stream? You were playing Mario Kart today, I think. How are you doing, my friend? You were lurking and Zed's really watching him get red shell. Okay, so yeah, definitely Mario Kart. Good, good. I'm glad you enjoyed watching him get red shelled. But how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Rayan Animation and Canada Ball, welcome on in. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great day. For any of you that don't know me, my name is Hefty. I like to play Pokemon. I like to shiny hunt. I have not gotten a shiny in over a week, and I'm going a little stir crazy. So really hoping we can knock out the Centiskorch today, which is not the shiny that everyone is knocking down doors to get, but I really want it. I really like it, and for some crazy reason, it's like at the top of my bucket list right now. I really want to get it. So we're actually doing pretty good. We've been going for a little over an hour and already done 155 checks. It's going pretty fast, so we might actually have a chance of getting this. I also need Arkin, and I need a second Girder to evolve into Conch Elder. So if we happen to find one of those two, I'd be happy with that as well. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? And if there's anybody on my side, I don't think there is. I can't imagine there is. But if there's anybody on my side that is not already subbed to Zed Games, please click on that link that was dropped earlier and go check him out. Fantastic YouTuber. Razzie and I discovered him when we did a raid a couple months ago, and I instantly fell in love with the kid. He's an incredible guy, great personality, does a lot of content, Pokemon, Mario Kart. I think you've done some Smash Brothers in the past, I think, or at least that was an option. Done Minecraft. It's a great guy, great guy. Also likes to battle his viewers on stream, which is pretty cool. I know I wouldn't have the guts to do that, at least not yet. So yeah, go check him out if you haven't already. Great guy. And actually, I don't know the answer to this. It's been a while. Where are you at? $649. Oh my goodness. One away from 650. Surely we can come to 650. Now you want to battle me? I don't. I don't want to get embarrassed. You're almost at triple digits? Nice, Cynical. Congratulations. In private? We might be able to arrange something at some point in film. We'll definitely have to do it like on a weekend or something, like after stream, but we might be able to arrange something. All I know is I'm definitely never battling Sax. I don't want to get clapped. So Zach, I feel like we haven't talked in a little while. That's probably my fault. How you been? How's mom? How's the dog? How's everything going? Your favorite Pokemons are all the Polys? Oh, we're gonna be best friends. We're gonna be best friends. I can already tell. Between BDSP and Sword and Shield, you have one badge. So between two games. Explain this to me, Fernando. Between two games, you have one badge. How does that work out? Or if you want to get technical, you're saying between 4 games, you have one badge. That's even crazier. You bought Sword and immediately got in the DLC and haven't left the max layer. Actually, let me pick your brain about that a little bit, Fernando, for a second, because I just started on Sunday a new save on my secondary profile on Sword. So, in order to get to the Crown Tundra, you have to play through until you get to the wild area. Then you backtrack and go into... Actually, no, because that one... The whole thing is that the Wooloo are on the tracks. So you have to get to the wild area, and then you have to go to, what, Motostoke? And in that train station, you can go to Crown Tundra. From that point, you fight Peony. And it doesn't matter if you lose or not, because it's like the story still continues. And then you get access to the Dynamax Adventures. That's how it works, right? Popcorn. Popcorn sounds good. So you could hypothetically get to the Crown Tundra and start doing the Dynamax Adventures with only your starter. Um, there's a YouTube channel called SML, and the guy who owns SML and created SML likes to collect Pokemon cards of Polys and has a collection of many Polys. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I'm not familiar with them. Yes, you have to do the wild area station. You don't have to get the Motostoke. Okay. But yes, I did all of that and lost every battle with trainers. The game prompts you fight. Okay. All right. You had to become a member on Razzie Stream. Let's go. Good job. Good job, Zach. I'm very proud of you. Zed, while you were gone, I was asking into the darkness, into the ether. Apparently, I was asking questions. It's been a while since we've talked. How's mom? How's the dog? How's life? How have you been? I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Tell me what's going on in Zach's world. What's the skinny? No, don't apologize. I'm just giving you grief. BDSP, I have only one badge. You've been trapped in a turn of forest for 2 weeks. Has it only been 2 weeks? It feels like it's been longer than that. I mean, I hope it's only been 2 weeks. It feels like you've been talking about that for quite a while. Wish you had money to become a member for Raspberry. Well, I will tell you, and I'm not saying this is a guarantee or anything, and I'll deny saying this if it's going to get me in trouble. But everyone in Razzie's stream, since he's gotten the memberships, have been so generous. It's ridiculous the number of gift memberships that have been handed out. So if you spend some time in Razzie's streams, which you should be doing anyway, there's actually a pretty good chance you might end up with a gift membership. Everything's going awesome. My mom is amazing. My dog is loving life. Fantastic. That's great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. You want to hunt something, you're just not sure what. Okay, let's narrow it down, Phil. Let's narrow it down. What game do you want to hunt in? Let's start with that. Which game would you prefer to do a hunt in? I love Razzie. I just saw Zep's notification first after school, so I went to the stream. Nice. Yeah, it's tricky, right? It's tricky. Our community is so amazing. There's so many wonderful people, and there's only so many hours in the day. And sometimes it can be tough deciding whose stream to go to. And I know some people, like myself, sometimes have a couple streams going. Like when I'm at home, I usually have one stream going on the TV and another stream going on my phone. But yeah, it can be difficult to have to like pick and choose. And because of that, I am just so honored and so humbled that you guys are here right now, because I know there's a lot of fantastic people streaming right now. And I really do appreciate every one of you that are here at the moment, spending part of your Tuesday with me. That's really neat. Probably Sword and Shield. Okay, alright, so Sword and Shield, we can either do Dynamax Adventures, we can do a Wild Hunt, or we can do a Masuda Hunt. Now, Wild Hunt, in my opinion, is the most fun and rewarding. Dynamax Adventures, you got 4 checks every adventure, including legendaries, but they do take a while. Masuda method has the best odds, but can be a little monotonous. But that is good if you're like watching a stream or watching a movie or something. Get your hands going into that muscle memory. Masuda method hunts can actually be all right as long as you're multitasking. But let's say we want to go for something a little bit outside the box, something that people don't typically go after. Not one that you see a lot of people let's say, streaming all the time. None of the big boys, none of the big draws. Maybe a Pokemon that goes a little under the radar, maybe a little underrated, a little underappreciated. Let's say you go for. And film, I know you have the DLC now. I know you have the DLC um, because you just got the Nintendo Switch Online account not that long ago and started doing Dynamax Adventures, which led to me getting my Lunella. Let's say you do. No, those odds are too low. Go for a wild. Go for a wild Staryu in the Isle of Armor. Gonna say hi to Rousey? Alright, sounds good. Cyndaquil, Cyan. One of my favorite names to say. You're probably already gone, but I appreciate you. You wish Tomodachi Life was on the Nintendo Switch. I have heard good things about that game. I've heard people saying, it's good. I don't know anything about that. You gotta tell me what is that about? Tell me, do the sales pitch. What is this game and why should I play it? I love your streams. When I saw you were live, I had to reach out. Zach, that's so sweet. You're such a nice guy. I appreciate it. There's so, like I was saying, there's so many incredible people streaming right now that you could have chosen. I'm honored that you chose to come here, and it is always good to see you, my friend. One of my favorite discoveries on the YouTube this year is Zed Games. Oh, I think the music stopped. It did. Keep playing, you. We're going a little slower than we did the first 45 minutes. We should be at about. No, I guess we're still okay. I think we're still okay. Aren't we? No, I think we're behind. Because we were on track to do 150 an hour. Yeah, we're behind. It's slowing down. Staryu is such a great shiny. It is. It is. Staryu is one of the absolute best shinies of Gen 1. It's a top tier shiny across the board. But it's not one that you see a lot of people going for. I don't know if part of that is because a lot of people already have it. But you want to talk about gorgeous shinies that change so much from the original and look fantastic. Staryu is just beautiful. What if I hunt Eternatus using the codes? I think there's a one. That's true too. That is probably the best odds hunt you can do right now, Film, is the Eternatus hunt. I know I got mine in my first encounter. Brandon R24 got his in his first encounter. I mean, it took Ken like 3 tries to get it, but that's just been his luck lately. Ken went triple odds on the Eternatus. And speaking of which, I'm not sure how many of y'all are part of the Discord. And I'm sure there's going to be a Discord link dropped here in a second. But if you are a part of the Discord, you probably saw this over the weekend. And I just want to bring attention to it and point it out because I thought it was a very nice and generous thing. Armad Filmmaster went out and got extra Eternatus codes this weekend. Specifically to give away to the people on the Discord. They were first come, first served. They had to DM Filmmaster to get the code. But I just thought that was an extremely nice thing for Filmmaster to do for the community. And I think we should get a little film hype. Get a little film hype for doing something so nice. He did not have to do that. But that was a really genuinely altruistic thing that he did. Amber's back. Amber, what's going on tonight? We're all dying to know what's going on tonight. But yeah, if we could get some Film Master hype in the chat, I'd really appreciate that. What a stand-up guy. Dorian still isn't home. I'm going to ask him if he thinks he's coming home soon or no. All right, keep me posted. Keep me posted. Let's just say it might affect my stream. He's not coming home till 11 and it won't happen tonight. Well, if he's not coming home till 11, I ain't going to be there. I'll tell you that much. Storm Drain, yes, Storm Drain does boost the odds of water type. So yeah, if you're going for Staryu, you definitely want to have a Storm Drain Pokemon in the front. Well, actually, I'm not sure if you definitely do. Because here's the thing, where Staryu spawns, and I'm thinking about where it spawns right outside of the... one of the two towers. I forget what they're called. One of the two towers where you train up Kubfu. There's like basically only water Pokemon there. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's probably best to put it on there just to be safe. But I'm not sure how much it's going to... Yeah, use the Storm Drain just to be safe. I just don't know how much it's going to juke the odds in your favor. Can't wait for the next Amber and Dorian stream. I can't either. I can't either. And Brian, unfortunately, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Unfortunately, I am very smooth-brained, not very smart. I can only speak English fluently. I wish I could speak other languages, but I can't. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to read or understand any messages that, I mean, I don't even know if it's Japanese. I could be completely wrong. It looks like it might be Korean? Maybe Korean? I don't know. Anyway, I can't read it. I apologize. I wish I was fluent in more languages. But I will assume it said something to the effect of, Hefty, you're a fantastic streamer. I'm so happy I found your channel. And I hope you get the shiny very quickly. In which case, I would say thank you. That's an extremely nice thing for you to say. You didn't have to say that, but it means a lot to me that you thought to say that. That's very generous of you. I'm not trying to brag. My team has 4 shinies on it. 2 of them I hunted. Nice, nice. What are they? What are they, Film? Well, let's break it down. What are the 2 you hunted, and what are the 2 you didn't hunt? Okay, it was Japanese. Okay. Yeah, I wish I was smarter. You subscribed? Well, thank you, Brianne. I really appreciate that. That is so nice of you. Thank you very much, and welcome, welcome into the family. Can we get some sub hype, please? That's very generous of you. I really do appreciate that. Keeping a tally of my encounters and BDS pieces. You're keeping a tally, Fernando? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love you. I love you. You know how I love tallies and spreadsheets and percentages and statistics. That's fantastic. 791 Pachirisu and 2,120 for phase 2. Okay. Did you... I can't remember. Did you keep track of your first phase? Because I want to say, yeah, you did. You did, because you got the Baniri under odds. It was like 2,000 something, wasn't it? Or no, the odds were 2,000 maybe. I can't remember. I think you did keep track of... Okay, 1576, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it was definitely under odds. Ah, Fernando, you're wonderful. Since we're talking about statistics, probability, and shiny hunting odds at the moment, and ways to affect them, I guess now is as good a time as any for me to go off on one of my rants, my ramblings, specifically about this hunt and how I tackle wild hunts in Sword and Shield in general. So, let's address the big elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about Caparaja. Hefty, why aren't you KOing these? Why aren't you doing the 500 KO method? Here's why. Let's talk about what the KO method is first. So, the KO method basically states that after you KO up to 500 Pokemon of the same type, and, you know, it's tiered levels all the way up, but once you hit 500, you have the highest chance for Brilliant Aura Spawn and the highest chance for Brilliant Aura Spawn to be shiny. And actually, I'm not sure about this because I've heard some conflicting information lately. For a long time, I thought it was 1 in 512. If you KO'd 500 Pokemon, the Brilliant Aura Spawns would have a 1 in 512 chance of being shiny. That's what I knew for a long, long time. Recently, I've heard about 1 in 455. I still think it's 1 in 512, but I'm just putting it out there in case I'm wrong. If it's not 1 in 512, it's 1 in 455. Which sounds like a great, great decrease in the odds. Decrease being good, increase in the odds being bad. Or I guess it would be increase is better, decrease is worse. But here's the thing. The Brilliant Aura spawns are only a 3% chance. So, what that means is, let's take Centiskorch for example. For every 100 Centiskorch that spawn, the chances are 3 of them will be Brilliant Aura. And that means that out of 100 Centiskorch that spawn, 3 of them will have that better odds of being shiny. So first and foremost, I have heard of people doing this. I have seen people talking about do this. Never, ever, ever, if you're knocking up 500 to get your odds best, I'll get to that in a second. But if you're doing that method, never do a hunt where you only encounter Brilliant Aura Pokemon. You're going to waste so much time because you're only going to be encountering 3% of the spawns on average. You're going to be completely bypassing the other 97% of the spawns. And even though the other 97% are 1 in 1365 if you have the shiny charm, when you do the cumulative odds, you have a far greater chance of getting a shiny out of the 97 1 in 1365 than the 3 1 in 512. A much greater chance. So never ever only check the Brilliant Auras. Because here's the other thing. And this drives me crazy, to be honest. This drives me crazy, and this is why I personally do want Overworld Shinies in Scarlet and Violet. As soon as the Overworld Pokemon spawns, everything is set about that Pokemon. Before I even encounter it, that Centiskorch, as soon as it showed up on the map, its level was set, its moves were set, its IVs were set, its nature was set, its ability was set, its gender was set, and its shininess was set. Its shininess was set before I ran into it. That Caparaja in the back, well, he's gone now. That could have been a shiny, and it just despawned. I'll never know. I'll never know. So if you really want to steal some sleep from yourself, if you want to rob yourself of sleep sometime, think about all the time you spent in Sword and Shield, and think about all the possible shinies you ran by and didn't know they were shiny. So, don't just hunt the Brilliant Aura Pokemon, because you could be overlooking several shiny Pokemon along the way. Alright, so I shouldn't just be looking at Brilliant Aura Pokemon. I should be looking at other Pokemon. Okay, that's fine, but Hefty, even so, why should I knock out the 500 so I at least get the best odds for that 3%? Okay, that's a fair question. Here's what I would say about that. There's always two factors. There's always two factors in the shiny hunt. People always focus on the first factor, which are the odds. 1 in 512, 1 in 273, 1 in 1365, 1 in 4096, 1 in 8192. Everyone always focuses on the odds. What not everyone focuses on is the time per encounter. Okay? I'll give you an example. A Dynamax adventure takes, let's say, 20 minutes and you get 4 checks. You get 4 checks at 1 in 100 chance per encounter, right? So basically like 1 in 25. You get 4 checks every 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I could encounter, well, what did we look at? We did 75 in the first 30 minutes. Let's say 60. I could do 60 encounters of the Centiskorch in that 20 minutes. So I could do 60 encounters in the time it takes to do 4 Dynamax encounters. You get me? You got me? So then you got to take that into consideration. So that changes how long hunts are going to take. So what does that have to do with the wild hunts? Well, if I'm taking the time to knock out each individual Pokemon, that is adding time to the hunt. It will increase my odds of the Brilliant Auras eventually once I get to 500. But in the meantime, the time it took to knock out the 500 has robbed me of time that I could be encountering more Pokemon. So like, in the time it took me to knock out 500 Centiskorch, maybe I could have encountered 2,000 Centiskorch. And so just to get the odds up there, I've robbed myself from having already gone over the base odds. The only time, and especially like right now, where I'm using a Flash Fire Pokemon to increase the Centiskorch spawns, these things are just popping up nonstop. I can get through tons of encounters. The only time I would knock them out, okay, now everything I just said is true, but when you do knock out a Pokemon, there is a higher chance of the next spawn being that same Pokemon. So the only time I would do the knockouts, and I'm not doing it specifically for the Brilliant Aura odds, but I would do the knockouts if it's something like a 5% or 1% spawn rate, because that actually will take less time to knock out the Pokemon and have it respawn than to run and try and find another one of those Pokemon. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the time spent. It's all about the time per encounter. And then, I mean, not that this is an actual formula, but it's the time per encounter plus the odds per encounter. Not plus, maybe times, something like that. I'm sure Ken would have a better idea about that. But those are the two factors, the time per encounter and the odds per encounter. You want to get those as juked in your favor as possible. So, like Phil was talking about, Storm Drain, because he's going to go for the shiny Staryu. Storm Drain is going to increase the number of water spawns, water type spawns. Particularly for Staryu, I don't know how much that's going to work, because I think only water type Pokemon spawn around there, but it certainly doesn't hurt to have that on there. That bugs me too, Hefty. I have fear of missing the overworld potential. Exactly. So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that for a second. Overworld shinies, right? So we did not have overworld shinies in Sword and Shield. And because of that, unknowingly, so many of us have probably walked by so many shiny Pokemon and never knew it because we didn't encounter that Pokemon. And that keeps me up at nights. Then Legends Arceus came out, right? Legends Arceus came out, and let's not even talk about the ridiculously good odds of massive outbreaks, and then later the massive outbreaks. Fantastic name there, Game Freak, by the way, for that method. You saw, I saw on tons of streams, I experienced in my own game, you're flying around and you just see a shiny Pokemon, right? It was happening like all the time. AJ's here. What's going on, AJ? And I apologize if you guys missed the beginning of the stream. I told you I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I told them one cream, one sugar. They gave me 4 creams, 4 sugars again. I'm a little hyped up. But I digress. So, in Legends Arceus, people are just flying around and just randomly seeing Pokemon all day long, right? And people are like, holy crap, it's so easy to get shinies in Legends Arceus. The base odds in Legends Arceus are not any different from Sword and Shield. The base odds for Legends Arceus are the exact same base odds as Sword and Shield. The difference is, if it's shiny, you see it in the overworld. So think about how many random Pokemon, how many random shiny Pokemon since Legends Arceus came out, you have seen yourself in your game, and you have seen streamers get on their games. Think about how common that is. That's exactly how it is with Sword and Shield, except you don't see them. So think about running through the wild area, right? Just biking through the wild area. How many Pokemon do you see, not encounter, how many Pokemon do you see biking through the wild area? And 1 out of 4,096 on average are going to be shiny. You could probably go through the wild area 2-3 times, and one of those Pokemon will pretty much be guaranteed to be shiny. So, Scarlet and Violet. There's a lot of people discussing should there be overworld shinies or should there not be overworld shinies? Because some people don't like to see them in the overworld. They want to be surprised when they do the encounter, and I get that. I'm kind of on the fence myself about it, but if there are not overworld shinies, if you cannot see in the overworld if they're shiny or not, then I want Game Freak to go back to how random encounters used to be and how the exclamation point encounters are here, where even though you can see it in the overworld, all of its stats are not set until you run into it. If they can do that, if they can have overworld Pokemon, but not lock in the determined values of that Pokemon until you encounter it, I'm okay with there not being overworld shinies. But if it's going to be like this, where as soon as it pops up on the map, everything is set, I want them to be overworld. And that is my rant. Welcome back, Daylight. Oh, I'm sorry, film. Let me scroll up and take a look at it. I'm sorry. When I start talking, I basically don't read anything. Shiny Rillaboom, shiny Hello, the 200. Then you turn this sensation from the codes. Nice. Those are 4 great shinies. Those are 4 great shinies. Congratulations. Oh, speaking of Scarlet and Violet, guys, I got some news. I got some news for you guys to listen to. And thank you for the lurk, Zach. I appreciate it. So, on Sunday, as I mentioned, I went to GameStop to get the Shiny Eternatus to pre-order Scarlet and Violet and to drool looking at the cards, but not buying anything. I also almost bought one of the sleeping Pikachu, Squirtles, or Charmanders. I was leaning towards Squirtle. You know, like the big ones that are like sleeping, that like you lay down like a pillow. But I couldn't convince myself to drop $50 on it. But I ended up talking with the manager. There's a new manager at the store. He just started there about 4 months ago. Really nice guy. We got talking for a while. He ended up giving me an extra card because he's a nice guy. And this might not sound exciting for other people out there, but for me and for my area where I live, it's very exciting. Our GameStop has been junk for years. It has been such a pathetic, sad little store. But this guy took over. He brought his friend to assistant manage. The guy seems pretty legit. He knows what he's talking about. He's got 15 years sales experience. I like him. He's a good guy. And him and his assistant manager are trying to amp things up. So for the first time since I can remember in my area, they are doing a midnight release party for Scarlet and Violet. And they're also bringing in food trucks, and they're also hosting a TCG tournament that night. So, as exciting as that is for me, what does that have to do with you guys? I was expecting, because the store has been junk for years, that I was going to take off Friday, head down to the store when they open at noon, pick up my Scarlet and Violet, come home, and maybe start the stream around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time. Now I know they're doing a midnight release. So, I might be starting in the morning, is what I'm getting at. I don't think I'm going to stream overnight because I'm just too old for that junk. I'll leave that to the younger YouTubers. But I think I might wake up and start streaming at like 6 or 7 Eastern on Friday. And if you guys haven't been here recently, you're moving where? Yeah, just come on over to Heftyville, Derry. Like you can actually, I got the guest room. You can stay in the guest room. If you guys haven't been here the last few streams, here's my plan with that. I know a lot of people, a lot of fantastic streamers, Chem Nation, HDV, Gage Perez, will be getting the game right away. I think they're actually all meeting up in Australia on release day, so they can get the games a day early. Just quick stop to drop a like before my internship interview. Hope you all have a terrific Tuesday. Ryan, welcome on in. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you, my friend. Good luck on the internship interview, but knowing you, you're not going to need the luck. Go nail it. I know you will. Fantastic to see you, my friend. Fantastic to see you. Anyway, I know they're going to be getting the game on Friday in Australia, which is Thursday for us, or most of us. And they're going to play just to the point where they start shiny hunting, when they're able to. I'll be starting the following day, and it's going to be an actual, it's going to be my playthrough. I'm actually going to play through the game. We're going to be streaming a lot that weekend. I would like to do at least like 6-7 hour streams Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we're just going to go till we get as far as we do that 3-day weekend. And then unfortunately I gotta go back to work. If we don't have it beat by then I will beat it off stream, and then we'll start doing the shiny hunts on future streams. So just a heads up, and exactly, Film, that's why I'm mentioning it, and there's no hurt feelings, there's no problem, even with the mods. if you don't want the game spoiled, if you don't want to see the actual playthrough, I completely understand. I will not be hurt if you're not here, but that's what we're going to be doing. I debated for a long time whether or not I was even going to stream that release day weekend, or if I was just going to play it off stream and come back the following week with the shiny hunting. And after a lot of back and forth, I've decided that for the sake of the channel, in the interest of growing the Hefty brand, if I did not stream that first weekend, the new game, I would forever wonder what I missed out on. Because this will be the first Pokemon game that has been released since I started streaming. And I just feel like it's too huge of an opportunity. I can't not do it. I would just be kicking myself in the butt forever. I hope a certain someone has a second Switch by then. I hope so too. Honestly, Hefty, I just care about shiny hunting, not too much about other stuff. That's fair. And look, so do I. So do I. I have always been all about the collection aspect of Pokemon, whether it's a regular living dex or whether it's a shiny living dex. There are certain aspects of the story in Scarlet and Violet that I'm interested in seeing how they play out, but I've never played a Pokemon game for the story. And I just want to get through this game as quick as possible so that we can start shiny hunting. You can't be saying things like that when you say Hefty brand. I thought you're going to be selling merch. Actually, that's a fair point for a couple things. I'm not sure if I can legally be saying the Hefty brand to begin with, because there is a Hefty brand. So I should stop saying that. Merch is something that may happen down the road. I think it's way too soon for that. Way too soon for that. But that would be pretty neat if we could get to that point sometime in the future. So yeah, I mean, I could start shiny hunting immediately, like some other incredible YouTubers are going to be doing. But for me personally, I'm all about those efficient hunts. I don't want to spend, for me, even though it might cost me views, I don't want to spend the weekend doing full odds 40-96 hunts. I want to play through the game as quick as possible, get that shiny charm, hopefully get those odds down to 1365. Hopefully there's a couple of new methods that we could do that'll get them down even lower. And get there as quick as possible. So I know I probably won't be the first streamer to be getting shinies on stream. I'm sure that'll happen the first day. Probably won't happen for me for at least a week. But that's what I would like to do. Poliwhirl is pretty dang adorable the more I see it here. How about it, Ryan? How about it? Thank you very much. Poliwhirl is adorable. Good friend of the channel, another great YouTuber, and one of our mods, DLow153, a while back, sent me an article talking specifically about Poliwhirl and why it is the most Pokemon there is. That the design of Poliwhirl epitomizes the idea of Pokemon. That was pretty cool. Crow, what's going on, my dear? How are you? Good to see you. Be right back and check on something. All right, Amber. Dang, Ryan's sucking up to Fernando. Sheesh. Look at that niceness right there. Oh, crap. Take that back down. Fernando the Mando, that's right. Lord Fernando Montalvo, Lord of Bees. And thank you, Ron. Thank you for the link to Low. I know Low has been working his butt off lately, which is why he hasn't been streaming. But definitely a great YouTuber, great friend. Last weekend, he started playing Super Mario Odyssey for the first time, and here's how much I enjoyed that. All right, this speaks to how entertaining Low is. That was okay, so I watched it live until I fell asleep. I'm on the East Coast, Low's on the West Coast, so there's already that time difference, but he usually starts later anyway. So he started, and I think this is actually an early stream for him. I think he started at like 9 o'clock at night my time. I watched the first 3 hours. I watched till midnight on a Sunday night, having to work the next day, and then I forced myself to go to bed. I woke up the next morning. I saw that the stream ended up being over 7 hours long. So there were still 4 hours of that stream I fell asleep during. And over the next 2 days, I ended up watching the rest of the stream. It wasn't even a live stream anymore. But I watched the other 4 hours. That's how entertaining it was watching Low play Super Mario Odyssey. Ryan is the real homie. After we go back to the Sauce McGavin days, Ryan is a Leap member of every community. Oh yeah, I know Ryan. Ryan and I met through the Chem Nation. Ryan's a fantastic person. It's funny though. It's funny, Fernando, to hear you talk about back to the Sauce McGavin days, like that was years ago. It's funny how fast time goes in the YouTube community. It's hard to believe that I've already been streaming for 5 months. I've been streaming for 5 months. I've been streaming for almost half a year. That's crazy. So I don't know if anybody else does this or if I'm the only weirdo. A couple weeks ago, I went back through my viewing history with ChemNation, and I found the video, and I clipped where I first subscribed to Chem. So like, I hit the subscribe button, the notification popped up on his screen, and he said, "Oh, thank you, Hefty517 for the sub. That's very nice." Or however he goes. That just tickled me. All right, Ryan, I'm not going to wish you luck on that interview because you got this, man. You got this. You're going to nail it. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has ever done that. If like, down the line they've ended up going back to like, oh, what was the first stream that I watched from this YouTuber? What was the stream where I subbed? It's kind of funny, but maybe I'm the only weirdo. All right, we are 2 hours in, and we are at 262. So we're doing like 130 an hour on average. You tried doing that, but you couldn't find them? I guess you're just not good enough. Yeah, film, I guess you did. You literally, yeah, like in the stream, you literally did that. It was the third Galarian Slowpoke hunt. Dang it, can't avoid that Caparaja. So again, I don't want to be a downer. I'm trying to be positive and upbeat here. But I don't know, Phil. I can check that. I will check when you subbed. Yeah, I'll check that after stream. Because now you got me curious too. So yeah, I don't want to be a downer, but like, okay, so we've been streaming for 2 hours. We've done 264 checks. This is a fast hunt, right? Like this is a fast hunt. We're doing good. This is 2 hours. I would have to say that over the last few weeks, I've probably spent at minimum 15 to 20 hours doing this exact hunt off stream. So I have to be incredibly over odds. And I haven't even phased. I haven't even phased. This is only one of 3 hunts I've been doing. I've been doing this hunt, I've been doing the Slowpoke hunt, I've been doing the Lileep hunt. Because yeah, over the past 2 weeks, I've probably done at least like 3 to 5 hours a day of this hunt when it's sunny out. And then the days that it's not sunny out, I've been working on the Slowpoke and Lileep hunts. My luck is in the garbage right now. I know there is someone lurking in the chat that is also watching Razzie. Has Razzie gotten anything else other than the Litwick that he hatched towards the beginning of the stream? Amber's back. You think it was the impotent punt? What when film subscribed or when you did, Fernando? I can't remember streaming without Fernando. When you sub, okay, so you subbed during the impotent hunt. Interesting. I thought you were waiting in the chat before my first stream. I thought like the channels you subbed before the channel existed, is what I thought. The impotent hunt went. I think that one went a couple weeks, didn't it? That wasn't a one and done. I think that went at least 2 weeks. Oh man, I timed this perfect. Oh man, I'm so happy. I have the music all perfect now. Adding that extra song at the beginning did it. Now, on streams, we're literally going to end the stream with the countdown. You've been trying to find audiobook of Insomnia. I read that. That was a really good book. I'm surprised it's not. I'm surprised you're having trouble finding it. I would think that'd be a pretty easy one to get. I think I subbed before your third Slowpoke stream, or on that stream. I'm not sure though. Actually, let me see if I can check right now. I can check right now. Amber, have you read other Stephen King stuff? Aw, dang it. Yeah, I will. I'll check here. Film. Give me a second, guys. Oh, no, no, not last 90 days. Last 365 days. There we go. Hey, does anybody know Abdesert87? I want to say I see Abdesert87 in Ken's chat sometimes. Hold on, I'm looking this up. Let's do 50 per page. Alright, looking for Film Master. Film Master, I'm not seeing you on here. Is it possible that your subscriptions are set to private? Because if they are set to private, I'm not going to see you on the list. Oh wow, I missed some chat. I'm sorry. Let me catch up here. Shout out to Jim LeMasters. Fantastic man. Fantastic man. I've not read any Stephen King books because I've always struggled to read, but I've always loved Stephen King movies growing up. Okay, Amber, have you seen movies like Pet Sematary, Carrie, Christine, like those? I subbed the day you posted the short Polyworld plush in the store shop. Really? That was the one that got you, Ron? That was the one that got you. That's incredible. The past 3 days I've been, for a second I thought that was shiny, I freaked out. The past 3 days I've been building super often Pokemon cards, no more packs for at least a week. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes for Nando. And when? Razzie, I will be ending probably in 52 minutes. 52 minutes. 52 minutes. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Andrea was like my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. My 7th public sub. I am honored by that. They are, should I turn it off for a couple minutes so you can check? Yeah, let's do that. I'm curious. I'm curious to see if you set it to public now, will it go back and fill you in from the date you originally subbed? I'm not sure if it will, but we could try that. Feel better after the hot shower? I always feel better after a good hot shower. I'm happy for you, Brick. That's a great feeling. Yes, I grew up on them. Christine and Maximum Overdrive, my 2-phase. Nice. How about Pet Sematary? Did you see Pet Sematary? All right, let's see if that worked. I don't know if it will. I'm not promising anything, but I will check. That's not the centipede. There we go. Get subscribed. 365 days. Other way. And change this to 50. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if you show up. That's possible. That's when Shadow came in. That's when Christine came in. Shirtgall came in. Froakie. Froakie subscribed on May 25th. Which was 3 days before Hefty Dad did. There's 19 Mad again. I don't know, film. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there's one way you can tell. What is it? I can't remember. Okay, I know for a fact because I've done it before. Because I had to do it to figure out how long I've been subbed to Chem. And yeah, I don't want to spend more time on this on stream. But film, I know there is a way to check to see how long you've been subbed to somebody. Let me look that up again after stream, and I'll send it to you. I can see Fernando's face in the Dave Chappelle gif. Yeah, I could. That's a good reference, Big Cheese. I like that. Just itching. Actually, I haven't seen that one. Maybe I have. I was too young to remember. Okay, all right. Now I was just curious. Amber. Yeah, I'll DM you, film. I'll DM you. Not that I know what Fernando looks like, but still, I'm pretty sure Fernando looks exactly like the Dave Chappelle that's fiending for some Pokemon cards. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he looks like. With all that powdered sugar from the donut all around his nose and mouth. Oh, okay, Phil, you know how to look that up? Cool. Yeah, I'd be curious to know. Aries popping in. What's going on, Ari? Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? What's new? Oh my goodness. Are we getting raided? I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome back, Cyndaquil, Cyan. Welcome in, Experiment, Vio. What is going on, my friend? Fernando. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Nice. Thank you for being here. Shininator. What's going on, my friend? Airy. Welcome on in. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you all. Andrea, I was just talking about you, my dear. I was just talking about you. I was shocked to see how early of a sub you were for me. Honored to know that you were the 7th public sub I had. Mrs. Shockhorn, what is going on? Welcome on in. Thank you so much, Razzie, for the raid. That's very kind of you. You're probably not here yet, so I'm talking to no one. But thank you, Raiders, for coming on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. You're trying to get timed out in Razzie stream. I don't know how this is hard as it. Yeah, I mean, I get timed out there like for nothing. I walk in and I say hi Razzie and I get timed out. So I don't know why it was so difficult for you. But welcome in Raiders. Froky, there's Froky. If you guys don't know me, my name is Hefty. I like Pokemon. I particularly like shiny Pokemon. I don't like it when I don't get shinies, which is what's going on right now. I'm in the middle of pretty much a week, 2 week drought. I've gotten one shiny in the past 2 weeks. Not happy about it. Yes, Cynical Cyan, if you're talking about Lunala, we got that a couple weeks ago. Very excited, very excited. It was actually a crazy, crazy stream because we got two shinies during that check. I remember how we subbed to you before you started streaming. You do so much. Oh, VO. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Thinking back, all the nostalgia. There is Razzie. There is Razzie, my friend. But yeah, I've had bad shiny luck for the last couple weeks, and it's trying to drive me crazy. And for some reason, I can't really explain why, I have been so focused on getting this shiny Centiskorch in my off time for the last several weeks. So I figure this would be a fun one to do on stream today. Cynical Cyan, you have to take off. Thank you for being here again, my friend. I appreciate you. Good to see you as always. It's good to see everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Razzie, for that powerful raid. I know for a fact that there is no one in this chat that is not already subbed to Razzie. But I suppose there is a possibility there's someone new here. Might be lurking in the background. Maybe doesn't feel comfortable enough yet. Maybe a little too shy to be talking in the chat, so I don't know you're here. If that's you, and you're still here after all the rambling and not getting shinies that's been going on for the last couple hours, and you're still here because for some reason you're having fun, click on that Razzie link that Ron just dropped again. Go sub to my friend Razzie. He is 100 times better at this than I am. You would really enjoy his streams. The man is blowing up. He is such an entertainer. He just hit 1,000 subs. Memberships being gifted out like candy. Just if there's any possibility that anyone could possibly be subbed to me and not to Razzie, I would not understand it. I would not. If you like me, you're gonna love Razzie. Sub to him if you aren't already. Sorry you're not too shy. Doing a little editing. Not a problem, Experiment. I appreciate the lurks. I appreciate the lurks. Avery meets a world. What is going on? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in on that raid. How you doing today? Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. And Ethan too. Good to see you, Ethan. Good to see you, my friend. Is this Razzie you speak of a PokeTuber? He is. He pokes all the tubes all day long. Me wondering where Hefty... Sax, don't start. Don't start. You and I have had a very nice relationship for a long time, and I've appreciated that you don't treat me like you treat Ken. Let's not start that. But thank you, Sax. Thank you for being here. I love you, buddy. Sending shiny energy. Thank you so much, Avery. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, Ari. Oh my goodness. I just sent you a DM, Razzie, like right as you were about to raid me, I guess. I'll just go ahead and ask it on stream. Are we still good for tomorrow? If you're still here, if you're not doing the post-stream, as I like to say, if you're still here, let me know if we're still good for tomorrow. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you, everybody, all the mods for dropping all these links to these incredible people. I know the chat can sometimes get a little inundated with links. I know sometimes it seems like there's more links than talking. And we try and keep the links down. We try and keep the links to a reasonable amount. But what can I say? What can I say? We have an incredible community. We have so many amazing content creators. I am so blessed and honored that a lot of them like to hang out here. So, yeah, we have incredible people. Any link that I guarantee you, I promise you, because I personally decide who gets and who doesn't get a link dropped. If you see a link in this chat, they are a fantastic person you should be sub to. They are people that I am sub to. They are people that I pay money for memberships to. They are streams that I hang out in whenever I'm free. So these aren't just people like random people. These are my friends. This is my group that I hang out with. It's up to you. All right, yeah, we got to do it. It's a band-aid, man. It's a band-aid. It's got to get ripped off. It sucks that we got to keep ripping it off, but it ain't ever gonna heal if you don't rip off. I'm not sure what this analogy is, but we got to do it. So tomorrow we will be continuing the Galarian fossil hunt. Why do you say it like that, Hefty? Why do you say it so ominously? Well, it's because, we'll put it this way. Every time Razzie and I do the Galarian fossil hunt, we jump ahead of Chem Nation as far as total number of encounters. Depending on how many, actually, we did take that week off. So depending on how many encounters Chem Nation does tomorrow, we might tomorrow jump ahead of Chem Nation's Arceus checks with our fossil checks. If you think that Chem Nation is in pain with the Arceus hunt, which he is, understandably, Razlin and I are in the exact same pain with the fossil hunts. We've done 10,520 checks on a 1 in 4096 hunt with nothing. It has to end soon. It has to. Oh, Vio, I'm so sorry. I hate to ask what stats you got for your Chikorita right now, if you're keeping any. But I know you haven't gotten it yet, because I know that we would be celebrating all over the Discord if you did. It has been a tough one. It's been a tough one. It's been a test of our mental fortitude. We have fun. 17,986. Oh my goodness, Vio. Oh my goodness. If there was anything I could do for you other than give you my deepest sympathies, I would. Film, you found it. Did you start a wild hunt and finish a wild hunt during my stream? Are you really going to be that guy? That guy who claims to be a chemistry channel but keeps streaming Pokemon? Exactly. That's the guy I'm talking about. No, Razzie and I both enjoy the camaraderie. We enjoy talking with everybody during the hunts. It's always nice to spend time with all of y'all. And Razzie is one of my dearest friends, so it's always nice to be doing something with Razzie. But believe you me, after these Galarian Fossil streams, Razzie and I spend the next half hour, 45 minutes after the stream is over, just crying on each other's shoulders in the Discord. We cannot wait for this to be done. It's gotten past the point of any sort of feigned competition. I don't think either one of us cares at all anymore who wins. We just want it to end. If Razzie gets a shiny fossil on his first check tomorrow, I will celebrate. I will cry tears of joy. This is no longer a competition. This is Razzie and I going through a horrible experience together and just praying it ends. No, not the shiny of the day. Oh, okay, all right, good. So what was the date? What was the date film? I was gonna say, if you already got the shiny Staryu, I mean that's incredible luck, but I'd probably have to ban you out of jealousy. May 24th. May 24th was a good day. That was a good day, May 24th. 'Twas the day of a hefty stream, and 'twas the day I met my friend Phil. Loser has to name shiny after the other. No, that's too weak. That's too weak sauce. So, and I don't honestly, I don't know how much Razzie talks about this during his streams. I know I don't talk about it a lot during mine, but there actually are stakes to this hunt, which despite us both hugging each other and sobbing on each other's shoulders the second it's over, we will still hold to this. The loser has to do a stream of the winner's choice. And I know we both have what those punishments are already decided. So that will happen, even though we'll just be happy to escape the torture. Mental note, do not make Hefty jealous of shiny hunts. I'm teasing. I would never. That's your birthday, Fernando. That's good to know. You subbed to Chem on June 4th, 2021. Oh, you've been watching Chem longer than I have, actually. What am I thinking? I'm not saying it. I'm not saying what Razzie's punishment will be if I win. I want to keep it a surprise. I think it's a pretty good one. I think it's a pretty good one. I will say this. There was a couple of different options that I was thinking about, and then one day something happened in one of Razzie's streams. And this is before the hunt started, before the race started, I should say. And I thought, oh, that would be a fun punishment. And so the punishment I picked out for Razzie was very topical when this race started. There is very much a possibility that if I win and I tell Razzie what his punishment is, he's going to look at me with a blank stare and say, I don't get it. Evie Queen, what is going on, my dear? Good to see you. Thank you for popping on in. How was your day? Why won't this Centiskorch shine? Why is my luck in every Pokemon game horrible right now? That's what you're thinking with the Starmie. I mean, do I just give up on everything else and just focus on Masuda? Because apparently that's the only thing I have luck with. Daylight, welcome back in. I need hugs. I need hugs, Daylight. I need to borrow Brandon's frames. How crazy was that? So, okay, I was there. How many of y'all were in Brandon's stream on Saturday? So, no, Sunday. On Sunday. How many of y'all were in Brandon's stream on Sunday where he got 3 shiny Pokemon in Sword and Shield in 4 hours? And all of them were wild hunts. They were all 1 in 1365. 3 shiny Pokemon in 4 hours. That was incredible. And the May after that ridiculous Kabuto hunt. Daylight, thank you for the hug and the $20. Very much appreciated. Bro is luck, not made of it out of it, but is luck. Exactly, exactly. That was nuts. I don't think we've dropped a Brandon link yet today. Just for funsies, can we drop a Brandon link, please? I think there is some. I mean, well, there's definitely overlap between his channel and mine, but I think there is some difference. So there might be a couple people here that either don't know Brandon or aren't sub to Brandon. Brandon is one of my role models. He's the type of streamer that I aspire to be. Fantastic guy, amazing personality, very chill, very entertaining, very funny, and his luck sometimes is just out of this world. He's been doing this a heck of a lot longer than I have. He's a pro. He's a pro. So if you are not familiar with Brandon R24, please click on that link that Nightbot just dropped and do yourself a favor and sub to him. Fantastic, fantastic guy. You need that 20 back? You got it, Froki. You got it. I'll get it to you after stream. I'll send it through PayPal. AJ, buddy. Have you been lurking this whole time, AJ? That's weird. Why did my chat box just open back up on some? It was an on and off thought of mine from summer of 2020 until I started doing it this April. Just the more I got involved in the community, the more streams I started watching, everything, the more I thought, maybe I'd like to do this too. And I know that's happened with a lot of streamers. Is they started by watching streams and hanging out, and like when they're not watching streams and there's like shiny hunting on their own, they're imagining, what if I was streaming right now? And like that's what it was for me. Like in my head, I started narrating like, okay, so I'm doing this hunt. What would I be saying to the audience? What would I be talking about right now? And eventually I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to do it. And I mean, I don't. First off, I'm not a big YouTuber or anything, right? Like I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a a Gage or a Tyler or a Brandon or a Cam or a Driver and M&J TV or anything, right? Like I mean, I'm not no way even close to any of those categories. But I personally am shocked at the growth that the channel has had over the last 5 months, and it's just weird because like I'm just a guy that got a $18 capture card off of Amazon. Like that's it. Like I'm the same guy I was 6 months ago, hanging out in streamers chats and talking with everybody as I am now. The only difference is now a couple times a week, you guys get to watch me hunt for the shiny. And so it just like blows my mind still that we're at, we're closing in at almost 800 subs. That's still not quite registering to me. You just saw what I wrote in the chat for tomorrow's stream. Nice, nice. I was afraid that by the time you saw it, it would be gone. Because I know that like pre-stream messages only last for a certain amount of time, or at least that's how it seemed to me, or at least like what I see at pre-stream. I can only see so many messages from before I got there. So I'm glad you saw that. I'm glad you saw that. I was pretty proud of that. It's the work you put behind it, your positive energy. I guess. I mean, it's certainly not the shinies that keep you guys coming back. At least not lately. Um, but no, thank you. That's a very nice thing for you to say, Avery. I try and keep things pretty relaxed and positive here. One of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard from streamers, and it's the same advice like every streamer says, is be yourself. And I wish I had the straight up crazy energy as Gage Perez. I wish I had the entertaining immediate comebacks of Razzie. I wish I had the patience of Tyler and the knowledge of Tyler. Tyler's brilliant. I wish I had that natural way of going from conversations with adults to children that Kem has. It's that teacher, that natural teacher in him really comes across. I wish I could do all those things. That's not me though. But I do try and be as authentic as possible. The hefty you guys see on stream is like who I am, for good or for bad. I'm a guy that tries to be nice to everybody, over obsesses over a lot of things, likes to nerd out with numbers, and shiny hunt. I stammer a lot. I don't sound that hyped. My reactions, my shiny reactions when they do happen are natural, and they're usually pretty quiet. But it is me, and it's very it's just very humbling to know that me as I am is someone that you guys would like to spend time with. That's pretty cool. I don't know why I'm getting emotional right now, but I am. All right, we got about 21 minutes left on this hunt. Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get something? I love you guys too. Each person has their own style, their own way of streaming. You have your way, yeah, and that's what's cool, right? Like, I mean, the advice is absolutely true. The advice is absolutely true. Whoever you are, whatever makes you you, that's what you have to put on the screen. Or if you're not using the camera, that's what you got to put in the audio. Just be yourself. As cliche as it is, be yourself. And Zen comes in and says Hefty's okay. That's nicer than I would normally expect from Zen. Thank you very much, Zen. I appreciate that. But it's true. Like, again, like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I've had all this success because, like, I mean, I'm not. I'm not a small guy. I'm not a big guy. I don't really know how to define myself to people or to myself right now. I have a lot more subs than most people do on YouTube, but I am still a small streamer. I'm trying to balance that out in my head because it's easy for my ego to get in the way and feel like I'm a hefty guy. Thanks, Amber. Like, I don't want to play myself up like hey, look at me, I got a ton of subs. But at the same time, I've been called out by minimalizing the subs I do have is like unfair to people that have less subs as well. So, like, I don't know how to really handle that. But So when I do talk about the channel, I I try and come I try and talk about it from a realistic point of view of like what my thought process is, what I'm thinking, how I see it, and not as like, well, if you want to have the success that my channel has, you should do this, because that would be really pompous of me. Most people say being yourself, do what you feel is right. Then you have a streamer telling you, yeah, that's not good. That's not good, film. I remember you telling me about that before. Now, I mean, to a certain extent, I understand what they're saying. I just think that was absolutely the most tactless, blunt, horrible way they could say it. And that would, if I could take what I would imagine, if I could take what I would like to hope that streamer was trying to say when they sent it to you, film, this is how I would say it. Don't start streaming expecting that you're going to become rich and famous overnight. Don't start streaming expecting that in no time you're going to be like an M&J TV or a PM7 or an Austin John Plays. Don't expect that. Geez, you gotta go. All right. Wait, sick wife. Jeez, is she just regular sick or did she catch it too? I know someone that you were with got it. Did the wife catch it too? I'll ask you tomorrow if you already left. Oh my goodness, Brooke. Is he doing the dishes? But yeah, so that's what I'd say. Don't start off a channel expecting that you're going to become famous overnight. Because more than likely, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of work to grow your channel. So I would like to imagine that's what that person was trying to say, just pick the exact wrong words to say it. I love you, Hefty. I know you have a bright future ahead of you, friend, and there's going to be bumps in the road, but we're taking this long road together, buddy. You say take this long road together, but the truth of the matter is, Evie, you have pulled so far ahead of me, girl. Oh my goodness. Can we talk about Eevee Queen for a second? Let's talk about Eevee Queen for a second. My good friend, Sax, reaches out to me a few months ago and says, hey, I have this friend that's starting up a channel. Would appreciate your support. You know, would you mind checking her out? I said, absolutely not. Anything for my boy Sax. And so I check out this friend of Sax's, Eevee Queen. And she's starting out. She's got a few subs. But, you know, I pop in and out every once in a while, lurk for some time, talk for some time in the chat. I get to know her. She's awesome. She's fantastic. You guys know that by now. And so I start not only promoting her personally, but I start talking about Eevee Queen on my channel, as does everybody else, because everybody else that gets to know Eevee Queen knows how incredible Kristen is. So I'm at like 500 subs at this point. When Eevee Queen starts up. So a few days ago, I'm in Eevee Queen's stream, and as I do with all my friends, I join a stream. I immediately hit the like button. I check out the chat. I say hi, and within a couple minutes, I say, "Hey, I wonder how my friend's doing," and I check out the subs. This girl has blown so far past me. So far past what I've done in 5 months on my channel, which, you know, I got some things working against me, but I also got some things working for me on the channel, all right? And I know you should never compare your channel with anybody else's. I'm not trying to do that. But my point is, what I've done in 5 months, this girl has done in like 2.5. Eevee Queen is blowing up. She's gonna hit 100, or she's gonna hit 1,000 subs within a couple weeks. I know it. I know it. Get on the Eevee Queen train if you've not already. I don't know 100% yet. Rapids were negative. She went to the doctor for PCR. I'll find out. All right, Cheese. All right. I'm sure you're gone by now, but I will follow up with you tomorrow to find out. Zen's last message. Zen's last message. We'll all know you as a guy who has way too much shinies and trash bags for some reason. That is the best way to define me. That's the best description I've ever heard of me. Good job, Zen. Hefty train first. It ain't gonna happen. I appreciate that, Evie. I appreciate that. But realistically, completely logically, you are absolutely going to hit 1,000 before I am. And I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm actually really happy for you about it. I think it's incredible. You have gotten so much success so far. It's been amazing to watch. I think for my channel, I should say for our channel, hitting 1,000, I do think it's going to happen. I think the odds are probably against us hitting it before Scarlet Violet comes out. But if we don't hit it by then, it probably won't be too long after. Just looking at my sub rate, not just what I average, but the actual, like how the rate has changed over the months. The number of subs has slowed down. So just based off of planning out how that sub rate is going to continue to slow until Scarlet Violet, it's probably not going to happen by mid-November, but I think it'll probably happen by mid-December. Wait all day for bedtime. Amber, go get slugged up, girl. Go get slugged up. It's going to happen. I want to be a Poliwhirl. I want everybody to be Poliwhirls. I think I planned out what our first several our member emotes will be. I got to talk to a person about those and about what the badges are. I'm pretty sure I know what the badges are going to be. Because what are the badges? The badges are 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, a year, 2 year, 3 year. So there's a total of 6 badges. Is that right? Can someone confirm that? Can someone confirm, is there a total of 6 badges? 1, 3, 6, year, 2 year, 3 year? Is that how it works? Can't wait to be a wag. Can't wait to be a wag. I think it's 6? Okay. Too bad it's not 8. 6, eh? Okay, I think I know what we're gonna do. I think I know what we're gonna do for badges. I just gotta get the badges made. 2 starting spawns right beside each other, so just go back and forth, back and forth. Ah, perfect, Phil. You know what? I didn't know that. I never thought about that, but yeah, that's just like the Slowpoke hunt. Just like Slowpoke hunt, you got 100% spawn rate, so you just go back and forth. Easy hunt. Doesn't mean it's gonna be a quick hunt, but it's an easy hunt. That's awesome. And yeah, Shiny Staryu looks so good. That's like top 5 Gen 1 Shinies. Maybe even top 3. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. This has been a great night. We got about 9 minutes left on stream. How are we looking at music? Oh, I timed this so gosh dang perfectly. I am so freaking proud of myself. But I guess we'll start my long rambling. Wait, before I get to that, Zen just sent a message, and it starts off with, on a serious note, it's been great getting to know you the last couple months. Didn't know there was someone as nerdy as me. Your streams have been a joy. There's your nice message. Zen, I freaking love you. I genuinely freaking love you, Zen. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. Okay, true story. Quick true story time before I start with with my long rambling goodbyes. One of the reasons why I wanted to start a channel, right, is, and I've talked about in the past, like I wanted this to be like a fun, like little hangout club area for everyone in the community, which it has been, which is awesome. But another thing is, and it says it right on my channel. If you go to the About tab on my channel, it says it right there. I have two passions in life: Pokemon and comic books. And I see a lot of people in chats going back for years. A lot of people in Pokemon chats, right? What do they like talking about? Pokemon, obviously. What else do they like talking about? Anime. What else do they like talking about? Other video games like Persona and stuff like that. There's all these things that so many people in the community have in common, other than just Pokemon, right? I mean, how many times have you gone into a chat and Dragon Ball Z gets brought up, Avatar gets brought up, whatever the new like anime of the month is, Hunter x Hunter, or the other one. I don't watch a lot of anime, you guys know that. But what I hadn't seen all that time was people talking about comic books. Now, I see a lot of people talking about the MCU. I see a lot of people talking about the movies, because let's face it, like the MCU are like huge blockbuster movies. Everybody goes to see them. But very few people that watch the movies actually read the comic books. And so that was something that I was missing. That was something I was personally missing, was I wanted to find that niche group within a niche group that loved Pokemon and loved comic books. And one of the, actually, I think probably the first person I found that fit that was Zen. I have had more nerdy comic book conversations on stream and off stream with Zen than I have with anybody else. And it's been an absolute pleasure, Zen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything that you talk to me about, for everything you do. You're fantastic. AJ says, hefty the community. Whoa, there we go. Chat just went fast. Hefty, the community has done so much for me. I'm so glad to have met you. Thank you for your part in changing my life. AJ, that's such a sweet thing to say. That is such a sweet thing to say. AJ, I love you. You're a fantastic guy. I love everybody. You're all wonderful people. Thank you guys so much for being here. And that's going to bring us to the beginning of the goodbyes. I want to thank all the mods. Thank you, mods, for everything you do. You guys are fantastic. I could not run this channel without you. Chat would be an absolute... actually, you know what? Chat would not be an absolute nightmare without you. You know why? Because everyone that hangs out here is always so well behaved and respectful. We don't get any nonsense in this chat like we do other chats. Has anybody noticed that? Has anyone noticed that we don't get spammers? That we don't get people talking garbage? And oh my god, I'm going to jinx myself, I don't care. We don't get bots in here. We don't get bots. This is probably one of the most chill chats on YouTube, and thank every one of you for it. I never have to worry about my chat. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. But mods, thank you. You're incredible. With all the link drops, with the very, very few times we've had to delete messages or ask people to calm down because they're so excited to be here. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, except for Amethyst. We do have to deal with Amethyst from time to time. That's a good point, Ron. You guys are incredible. I want to thank Razzie, my brother. I love you, Razzie. I love you so much. I am over the moon about what has happened with you in the last few weeks. It's been such a delight to see. And thank you so much for the incredible raid. Thank you so much. you're too generous. You're too sweet. I really do appreciate it. I've absolutely loved being on this journey with you. Um, Even though you left me in the dust. Uh, and I want to thank any subs that we've gotten today that may have been private. Maybe you've been lurking. Maybe you just didn't want to say anything, but you subbed. I appreciate that. Uh, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Uh, we have Look, we're all one part of this huge community, right? We're all part of this big, fantastic community that we've discovered. And it doesn't matter if you go to Razzie stream. It doesn't matter if you go to Zeg Game stream. It doesn't matter if you go to Dice Art Universe's stream. It doesn't matter if you go to Gage Pro's stream. It doesn't matter if you go to Chem Nation stream. You're going to see like a lot of the same people everywhere. Katie, my day was fantastic. How was yours? We're all part of this big, wonderful family on YouTube. But my channel, my chat, you guys are just absolutely incredible. You guys are incredible. Thank you guys so much for everything. Everything. I say it all the time, but it doesn't get any less true. That I come on here and I run around in circles on a bike and encounter Pokemon that are not shiny and ramble on and on for 3 hours. And I don't even do it that regularly. And you guys hang out here with me the whole time. Means so much to me. From what I've been able to gather, listening to other streamers and doing some research, I have a ridiculously high average watch time. That means that maybe we don't get a whole bunch of people coming here, but the people that come here hang out here. And that's what I want. That means so much to me. So thank you guys so much. We are finishing up here. As you can tell, the song Countdown is playing. Razzie, are you still here? This community brought me out of a dark time. I was starting to feel more and more depressed. This community has made me feel more confident about myself. For that, I want to say thank you all. Cynical Cyan, that is such a wonderful thing to hear. I completely agree. That's what's been so fantastic about this community is you can hear about like toxic communities on like Twitch and everything or other parts of YouTube. We don't have that. We're so loving. It's fantastic. Razzie, as my brother in arms, as the person that raided me tonight, as the person that I'm going to be racing against tomorrow, will you please do the honor of finding a raid target? And can one of the mods please, as we're finishing up here, and I apologize for not asking this sooner, can one of the mods please drop a Cynical Cyan link? Mostly because I just love saying the name Cynical Cyan. Oh, AJ, Froakie was joking. Thank you, Razzie, for the DM. Take a look here. Oh, are you kidding? I mean, that's a fantastic choice. We're absolutely doing that. We're absolutely doing that, but I finally got the timing perfect. If this person messes up my timing, oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, nope, we're good. We're perfect. We are perfect. All right, I hate to not end on a multiple of 25, but I don't think we're going to make it in the next few seconds. Everybody, thank you so much for the incredible stream. We did not get a shiny, but I am not sad about that because I got to spend 3 hours with all of you. And what is better than that? The shinies are the friends we made along the blah blah blah. You've heard it all before. You know it's true. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to go on a raid. We're going to go on a raid to one of our good friends, someone that we have not raided in a while. Let's go share the love. Drop a hashtag hefty hype in the chat. All right? A hashtag hefty hype. Oh my gosh, I was seconds off. I was seconds off from the perfect stream. But we're going to drop that in the chat. If you're coming over, hit the like button and put that hefty hype in the chat once and only once. Why once? We're not spammers. We just talked about this. For some reason, you guys are ridiculously well behaved and incredible people. So let's show them how awesome we are. So come on the raid. I'll see you guys over there. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Do me a favor. Tomorrow, do something nice for someone. Just because. For no other reason other than it's a nice thing to do. I'll see you later. I should probably give you the link. Here it is. Go say hi to our good friend, Athena Bella. I will see you tomorrow. I love you.